Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Top Hat Chat Live with me, Street and ORB. Today on the channel we are going to be discussing the fact that Prince Harry wants to ban Fortnite. Yeah, so topical, but interesting nonetheless. I mean, I suppose we can start by saying why he wants to ban Fortnite. Do you want to take this one?
So he considers Fortnite to be a sort of purveyor of addictive gaming and addictive personality that's causing irreparable harm and damage to the youth of today. It's a fairly old hat argument, and in concern to any sort of mass media consumerist product, really. It gets battered around every other couple of years or so, be it music, be it video nasties, as Top Hat would say, or be it YouTube in general, or games, or anything that's sort of a fairly new style technology that they just consider people get obsessive about and they think is bad. And as is always the case with anything that causes addiction, they attack the thing that causes addiction instead of trying to treat the social causes for the problems, which inevitably leads to worse damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one because, I mean, games inherently aren't built to be addictive. That's what the developers want. They want to provide enough challenge that you want to keep coming back, but not too much challenge that it gets annoying. And that's essentially what Fortnite has been able to do very, very well. Alongside the fact that it's free to play to kind of suck people in, and the fact that it's got microtransactions inbuilt. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's designed for.
It is.
Which is frustrating. I mean, they're talking a lot about addiction. And this word gets thrown around quite a lot. And psychological addiction is something that exists. Gaming addiction can exist. But it's pretty rare to get a full-blown kind of case of gaming addiction.
Well, I think it's becoming more and more seen. You know, I've heard more and more studies being done and cases, anecdotal evidence of said gaming addiction. But it's like anything that fosters a obsessive, compulsive behaviour.
Yeah.
You know, you can't attack everything that causes it because everyone suffers with obsessive behaviour in all sorts of different manners and means. It's like, for example, my one was personally, I suffer a bit with OCD, so mine would be locks on things. What am I going to ask for locks to be banned because they cause me so much mental discomfort when I think about them? That's not very reasonable. And they go, oh, well, that doesn't really promote it, it's promoting something else, and it's just, that's like a misuse of that. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's exactly what video game addiction is.
I mean, there was quite a well-publicised case, pretty sure it was in the UK, but I can't be 100% sure, a little while ago, about a young girl that was addicted to Fortnite. And she was so addicted to the game that she would sit there and wouldn't bother even using the toilet. She would just go. Which was poked fun at in South Park about, I think there's a nice scene where Cartman is playing World of Warcraft and defecates into a bucket that his mum is holding.
More hot buckets.
Yeah. And, you know, that actually apparently happened.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Look, I mean, isn't there a case, is it in Japan or is it Korea, I can't remember. Someone got so into StarCraft, or was it Second Life or something like that, that they went and lived in an internet cafe for 10 years. She was a missing person. She was listed as a missing person. She just lived in an internet cafe for 10 years.
That must have been quite expensive.
Yeah, but she made money from the game. So she paid for her rent in this, like 10 odd years. Yeah,
that's kind of what we're aiming to do eventually.
Well, yeah, she was living the dream.
We can just live in our studio. Not this one. In case anybody is currently wondering about what is happening here, the Top Hat Game Man is dismantling his game room almost completely. So, yeah, while he's doing that, I'm trying to set up. I have been on the verge of aneurysm most of the day, trying to get a decent connection for the internet in my house, with engineers turning up and trying to figure it out. But yeah, that's just me. I'm incredibly stressed out and incredibly tired. But I just thought I'd throw that in there. I'm addicted to getting streams working. And I still can't even manage that.
No, it works. Look, don't worry about it. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, the quick kind of thing of pay your way to the top in Fortnite is a big thing.
Yeah.
And it's quite easy to just pop in and grab some V-Bucks or go on the store and grab some V-Bucks. And rather than working your way to the top, it's that instant gratification of, I'm just going to buy the stuff.
Fortnite's not pay to win, though.
It's not.
No,
it's cosmetic.
It's cosmetic, so you can't have a go at it for things like that. You can have a go at EA and their loot box systems, like the ones they introduced in Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't introduce them then, but like that was the one that got the biggest hit for it.
Yeah.
Where genuinely game improving features were locked behind a random roulette chance of winning a box, which the EU, rightly or wrongly, depending on your take of it, said that this is tantamount to gambling for children.
Yeah.
So we're not going to allow you to do this and find them loads of money, but they still do it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the thing. Like, it's weird to call things gateways, but that is kind of, you can see how when people go, that's a gateway into gambling. So yeah, I can kind of see that point.
Yeah. Our mod over on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/TopHatChat, where we were going straight after this stream, has just put a nice joke up, which I'm going to read to everybody now in case everybody's not watched chat. Why can't skeletons play Fortnite?
No idea.
Because they don't have skins. See, I like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So thank you, Lion Seeker, for that.
Nice.
I mean, talking a bit more about reasons why people could potentially want games to be banned. There was a thing that pops up every so often. It happened with GTA 5 and the original GTA, I think, before that. And there was even an old Atari game that got kind of slated for this. But encouraging violence.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Well, there's been some studies done in mainly in the States where they look at aggressive behaviours linked to games.
Okay.
So after playing a game, are people more aggressive or likely to commit atrocities?
Yeah.
Or violent acts? And there's been hundreds of studies, and all of the ones that I've been able to find pretty much have either no correlation or so minimal correlation that it doesn't really make a difference. You can't say that it's statistically relevant, which I think is important.
Yeah.
Because nobody's been able to go 100%, yes, there is definitely a problem here. The other thing is that with a lot of these studies, the ones that did show that there is some minor aggressive behaviours after playing specific games, they were very short-lasting. They had no long-term effect on that particular person's mental well-being or mental state.
Okay.
So I think that we can categorically say, after these numerous studies that have been peer-reviewed, so as best as possible are foolproof. You can't say that there's a link.
No, again, it's a bit almost like how people cling on to the whole anti-vaxxer thing.
Yeah.
And they go, no, but this study said this, and just like, even though it's proven wrong.
Yeah.
They don't want to engage. People don't want to engage with ideas that they don't want. That's just how people are. They will stare blank-faced into fact and say, not today. We're not dealing in fact today.
Yeah.
Even though these studies have shown this.
Facts mean nothing to me.
We know the real dangers here. We don't need no science people to tell us the dangers. That's what they go at. And it's really weird. Look, they did it with music. They did it. That's why we have parental advisory stickers on music, because they thought things like Marilyn Manson and Twisted Sister,
Slim Shady LP, I think was my first parental advisory sticker on a CD.
Wu-Tang, all of these people, they were like, no, these guys encourage violence. These are bad role models for our kids. We need a parental advisory on there. And it's just funny. People will look for any excuse that they can to excuse abnormal behaviour.
Yeah. That's
look at the Columbine guys. They were like, well, they played Doom and designed levels in Doom, and they listened to KMFDM and Rammstein and things like that, and that's why they did what they did. And it's like, no, they were just people who did that, who happened to play Doom and listen to KMFDM. That's pretty much what that's all that shows. Yeah. It doesn't show us any insight into anyone's psyche.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very weird.
And yeah, I mean, there's a study done specifically on some of those people that go out to do things and their level of gaming, and it actually shows that they actually play significantly less than the average person in their same demographic.
Right.
So you can actually say that potentially, if you are going to say correlation equals causation, that actually maybe it's an outlet.
Yeah.
If you're going to go straight down that route and look at things completely like that.
I mean, the trouble is that Prince Harry may consider this to be a sort of a cause of like the increasing social exclusion of people from the outside world. I think that's what it is. Everyone's becoming way more insular, inside people. They're not venturing outside. They're not doing the things that are kind of our generation that were born around that sort of 87 to 94 period. Are the last like couple of generations that saw the world before mass internet access, and we still played outside and did things. And I know that sounds like a very cliche thing to say, but I think there's some merit behind it. And I think the world is becoming a lot more focused on its online life as opposed to its real life. And I think he feels that this is almost, again, a gateway for children to start doing, like putting more stock into things that aren't tangible, that aren't real, that are online, and negating all the good things that they could be getting from an offline experience.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, a lot of people that are going into this a lot and are trying to find links that potentially aren't there. A lot of them didn't grow up in this generation. And some of the smartest people that understand that there isn't a link are the ones that have tried to ingrain themselves in this new way of communication. Yeah. People saying that nobody talks anymore because they're constantly on their phones. Actually, people are texting and in communication all the time. It's just the way that we communicate is changing. Mm-hmm. Our social interactions are changing. We might not be sitting in a room all playing games anymore, but we play online together.
Yeah, exactly. I think
we're still interacting, just not on the same level that that everybody else thinks that we should be. And I mean, that's a damn shame.
It is a shame.
It's a shame.
It is a shame, but it's just the way the world's moving, you know. And I think this might be a way that Prince Harry is maybe trying to claw something back and show his 2 cents on this situation.
Yeah, but he's showing his 2 cents of the situation as possibly the most out of touch man in this country.
Yeah, it's a bizarre one. I didn't expect it.
I think the only person that is more out of touch than he is are his dad, his granddad, and potentially his brother.
Yeah.
And he's making a social commentary on how he thinks life should be for the regular person.
So you think he shouldn't be allowed any opinion?
I think he should be allowed opinion. I just think that he should try and keep it to himself.
Well, he has a platform. He's going to share his opinion.
And so do we. It's considerably smaller.
It is.
But we're going to tell him he's wrong. Hopefully he sees this.
I don't know if he's a Top Hat Chat fan.
He might be. Hi, Harry.
I don't. Maybe he's Japanese Manaru.
Maybe.
Maybe he is Japanese. I'd like to think he is.
He very well could be. To be fair, it does sound a little bit like it could be him talking through his granddad.
Could be.
Yeah, Japanese Imanu. Yeah, so Prince Harry wants to ban Fortnite, and we've now explained why that is a terrible idea.
It is a terrible idea.
Games are there to make people want to play them, and if people are wanting to play them, it's doing their job right. If anything, there needs to be a certain amount of control put into place by the parents.
Yeah.
I genuinely think this is the case.
Yes, parents do need to step up more and take charge of the situation. I know it's hard, but you witness a lot of parents that want to be their children's friend, which is a really weird thing to want to be, because I understand you wanting your child to like you, but you don't want to be his friend, you want to be his parent.
Yeah. And once you've done that bit, you can be both.
Yeah, exactly. Like, parents are meant to tell you not to do the stupid shit, and friends are there to encourage you to do it.
Yeah, yeah. You can't, and it's hard to do. You can do both.
Yeah.
But you have to install that bit first.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny, but if you can't tell a 6-year-old, no, I'm not giving you my credit card so you can buy Fortnite skins, then you're doing something wrong.
Well, exactly. Exactly. That's it. If you genuinely don't have enough control
over a 6-year-old,
in that situation,
you're not having my credit card,
then you need to look at the whole deal right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why Harry's fussed anyway. He's got an unlimited supply of his grandmother's money.
I was going to say, he's not struggling.
He can
for
buy
V-Bucks.
all the skins he wants.
He's not struggling for V-Bucks.
No. Maybe he sucks. Maybe he played Fortnite, was absolutely terrible, and now he's trying to get all the kids off.
Could be.
I think they're referred to as sweats in current teenage lingo.
Sweats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sweats is up. I think that's one of the phrases they use.
Yeah. But anyway, do we have anything else to say on this subject?
I don't know. I think it's just a harken back to when people were pushing against music and people were pushing against certain things on video, and be it because it introduces your child to gambling. I don't think Fortnite necessarily does that. Be it the adult content. Again, I don't really think Fortnite exposes you to that either. Be it the fact that you're concerned about its effect on people's sociability is a very odd thing to try and put a stamp on. You know, we shouldn't be legislating for how people choose to spend their time. That's not what law and legislation is for.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't be proposing things like bans.
Yeah.
For things like that.
Yeah, it's freedom. And you have to be free in what you do. And if we start saying to game developers, stop making your games as addictive, we'll have considerably less fun games to play.
Yeah.
I mean, Final Fantasy VII was addictive when that came out.
Exactly, it really was.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we can do that. Anyway, quick hello to a few people in the chat, because I've seen a few messages that I think we're talking about. Andy Aldrich says, Street's hat is my favourite so far tonight. Fantastic.
It's a good hat.
I'm glad that you like the hat. We were also asked what we are going to be playing over on twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat the moment this stream finishes. We weren't sure what to play. We were going to do wrestling games and then decided that actually most wrestling games are terrible.
It wasn't, well look, let's be honest, we had technical problems getting hold of what we wanted.
And that doesn't help, but most wrestling games are terrible. And we did start to discuss this. The early ones are terrible.
They're not playable.
The newer ones are terrible.
Yeah, they're not.
And then there's kind of a sweet spot of a few games in between that are worth playing. And it's kind of like, well, we could just play a couple of those. And then it was like, well, it needs a lot of setup. And yeah, we gave up. So what we are playing over on twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat is we are going to be playing South Park: The Fractured But Whole.
Yes.
Because we really like this game. No real relevance other than the fact I did get to make a South Park reference earlier.
You did, I noticed.
So I managed to fit that one in. So we're going over there now. Come over and find us. We'll be there for most of the evening, for the foreseeable future. And that's where we actually get to play some games and have some fun. Yeah, we like doing that. If you're watching this video retrospectively, and we are not currently live, go over anyway. Give us a follow. You'll be notified of our future streams and you'll never miss one.
No, yeah, exactly. What is it, click the bell? Is it a bell?
I'm not sure if it's a bell icon.
I thought it was a bell. No. Ring the bell. Ding.
It could be a bell icon, I don't know.
Loads of channels do that.
Yeah. It does help, but
yeah,
not enough for me to care and try and beg you.
What else do other channels say as well? Like, follow and subscribe.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, you can do that as well if you want.
I don't know if follow and subscribe are the same thing.
On Twitch it's not.
No.
Anyway, come over and find us at twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat. If you've enjoyed this video, then you're welcome to give us a subscribe, and yeah, it helps the channel out a lot. Carry on the discussion of your opinions on gaming addiction and Prince Harry. Be nice to him, don't be like too horrible. In the comment section below, we will be reading most of the messages and we'll try and reply. I know I'm trying to bully you into replying more. We will try. Anyway, twitch.tv/Top Hat Chat. We'll be with you soon. Thank you for watching, and yeah, wait, where's my button?
Where is your button?
There we go, found it. Cheerio.